The schedule is dumb. So what record do you have?
Schedule game is dumb. So what's your record?
It is dumb.
I was 11-6, Sean. I kind of stand on that. Here, I saw something telling in the sports books. The highest win total of any team is 12.5.
Yeah.
The Eagles.
Don't
the
read
Chiefs.
too much into it.
You know what I'm like, Sean? There are not.
That's Kenta Maeda
On a
protecting the
doubleheader.
Cubs season.
You find that stupid picture.
Oh, you've never
always
seen that
the
before, Sean? Oh, that's perfect.
That's Kenta Maeda making sure Cubs fans can sleep at night.
When you're down 7-0 in the second
When you're
inning of a
down 7-0
doubleheader,
and
game one.
Kenta
You roll
comes in.
Kenta Maeda out there.
Yeah.
That's Kenta to the bullpen.
That's Kenta to the bullpen for sure.
All those grenades, all those daggers, those mortars. That's the third, the fourth, the fifth,
Yep.
the sixth, the seventh inning.
Oh yeah.
I quoted my friend Neil Rule. Seriously, I did. I don't know if you caught that. I thought what you said to us in a group text the night of the schedule release was spot on.
Yeah.
It didn't look as daunting when I saw it laid out.
When I saw gaps between
Yeah.
at Chiefs, at Eagles, at Commanders, at Bengals.
Right. And especially
better.
the end of the season. And again, I need to remind everybody, you guys know it, we all know it. We're all going to agree, right? 2 years in a row, and I give everybody in this room credit, they never deviated from this. The ultimate success or failure of the 2025 Detroit Lions is based on what they do in February.
Yep.
Period. That's it. I don't give a shit about 13-4. Really, I don't give a shit about another North Division championship. I don't. That should be a given. It's what they do. Neil, you had 11-6. I had 12-5.
Yeah, and I think they'll win the division.
Yep.
Because they beat the piss out of this division every year. They just do.
More on that in a second.
More on that in a second. Second down.
Second down, second question of the Lions Lions schedule nickel package. The Lions are 10-2 in the division during the 2-year reign of the North. Do they lose one this year? I thought they're 11-1.
Last 2 years?
Last 2 years they're 11-1. Yeah, because
I believe you're
they're
correct.
I think they were 4-2 in 20. Fact check me. I think they were
No,
4-2
because
in
2 years
2023.
ago we lost.
They lost to Green Bay
Yeah.
and they lost to Chicago.
yeah, okay.
Green Bay and
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
The Thanksgiving Day
game,
debacle.
Oh, yeah.
And then that game in Chicago.
I blacked that one.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry.
like, but that's what I'm talking about. You know what? They dominate this division. Like they are. And again, I keep going back to it. The last time the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, 11-6, dominated their division, won the division at 11-6, and that's what it was. And that's kind of my takeaway. Look at what they did that year. I feel as though that's what the Lions will be like this year, and they'll win this division because they own it.
The math says that we'll lose one.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's kind of where I am.
But you know
with it.
what? Who? And I'm not being funny.
It's going to be a Sean. It's going to be one of those vacuum games that you can't explain.
No, and that's the National Football League. You're
Right.
absolutely right. So yes, Neil, if I had this 5-1, don't ask me who they're going to lose to. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know what? For all intents and purposes, maybe it's Week 18 against the Bears that means nothing. Maybe the division is already wrapped up, and
they're
it means,
desirous of getting some guys some rest.
yeah, something like that. But I'll say 5-1. I mean, seriously, and it's not just beating these teams more often than not, like winning those games. You know, not just getting by the skin of your teeth, so to speak. You know, there are a few mixed in there. But, I mean, Thanksgiving Day game, the game in Minnesota, but more often than not, having some good breathing room between them and whoever the opponent is in the division.
Woodward Sports Super Chats get into that. John Wick, hail to the Commanders. JD5 nightmares for the next 10 years for y'all. The Bowl comes through the NFC East from now on. Also,
Okay.
Burn in the Super Chat. Kenta will be getting shelled, screaming in pain from every pitch, sweating like he's running a marathon in 50-degree weather. I miss Kenta. I miss him too. I miss him already. Gone but not forgotten. Is that a good way to say it? Michael DeVries in the Super Chat. Bold prediction. Lions go 13-4, but 3 of those losses will be consecutively, and everyone will be freaking out. No, and Michael, real quick.
More on that in a second, too.
You know what? Yeah. Next down. I'll weave it in that way.
Next question of the Detroit Lions schedule nickel package. tougher 3-game stretch at Cincy, at Kansas City, and Tampa, or Minnesota, then at Washington, at Philly? I think it's the first one.
I think they're pretty much the same.
I think Tampa's better than
I'm
Minnesota.
going to be silly and say because it's early in the season and Cincinnati doesn't have their mystical powers yet.
That's
It's
fair.
not. There are two different Cincinnati Bengals
yes.
teams.
Yes.
There's pre-week 10, and then there's post-week 10.
That's
I'm
exactly
back,
it.
Cincinnati
It's
Bengals.
real.
How much-
It's real. I'll say the Washington-Philly swing. If I put a gun to my head, I'll say the
I was
Washington.
gonna
Yeah,
say,
I guess.
That's 3 NFC opponents versus 2 AFC opponents and an NFC opponent. Come into the year, that could be some tiebreakers that lead into it.
That's fair, and that's fair. That's
But
fair.
I also love that 3-game stretch after that Philly Washington road trip. You got Green Bay, Dallas, and New York all
Yep.
at home.
Yep. The back end of this schedule, you should eat.
Yes.
Like, really. I mean, the only
12
one,
to 18, all
the
extremely
only one that
winnable.
makes me go, ooh, is the game in LA.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
The rest of those games, gosh, and go into Minnesota on Christmas Day. Go into Minnesota on Christmas Day and win that game. More on that in a second.
Sean, I've said it before. You know what killed Vikings was Christianity. The Lions winning on a Christian holiday against the Vikings.
It took over.
Yeah.
All of their,
Ragnar eventually flipped.
He
Let's
did.
be honest.
He did.
No, all
he
of-
was wearing
Ragnar
the
flipped.
cross.
all of the Nordic flags of those countries bear the Christian cross on them in different colors.
We're
They
gonna
converted.
Blood Eagle fucking Kevin O'Connell on Christmas live television on live on Netflix.
All right, next down.
Next question of Blood Eagles are so sweet. Next question of the Lions schedule nickel package. I think it's right. It's a divisional rival on Thanksgiving. Agreed?
Yes, and here's
Coochie
why.
coo.
And I didn't used to think that way. I didn't used to think that way when they stunk. Because I wanted the novelty.
Somebody different,
Yeah,
sure.
I wanted the novelty of the new game. But now that we're good, I think I like it that way.
Yep.
I do.
I don't know, for me, it hits harder. When I was younger and went there with my friends and got fucked up every Thanksgiving, as a fan.
Right.
Hey, Buffalo's in town.
Yeah.
Houston's in town. I didn't give a crap. I don't know, it hits different. It reminds you of days of yore, and I'm very happy it's a divisional rival, Neil. I'm kind of a traditional in that regard. I don't know, guys. To the younger guys, does it hit different when it's one of your divisional rivals?
I think so. I think, and like, I broke down this schedule game by game. Obviously, got to do it. There are so many for a 15-2 team last year, right? There are so many points on this schedule, like, ooh, revenge game, like 15. Packers on Thanksgiving. Dan Campbell and Jared Goff don't like the last time the Lions played the Packers on Thanksgiving. They want to get that taste out of their mouths. I think this is a spot. It's like, all right, they're going to get their get back.
Yeah, but I think that's on us though too. Like the Rams game, we're all going to be terrified of the Rams game. We beat the Rams
Twice.
all the time.
Yeah, they haven't. Yeah.
I'm still.
We almost beat them when we were terrible.
Yeah.
There's a hype about the Rams right now that I don't really get, and that doesn't mean that they might not be all that, but a lot of people seem to be high on the Rams right now, and I got to be honest with you, I don't really get it, but we'll wait and see. Listen, Matthew Stafford has a lot of mileage. He's got a lot of mileage on him, okay? And I think there's a difference between a guy who's 36 years old and a guy who's 36 years old and has taken the absolute beating that he has in his career. And now in both places, okay? So
Yeah, their offensive line still isn't. It's bad.
Are they going to be like the Jets of last year?
They
where,
very
like,
well could.
there's
They're-
something to be
defense,
said.
but-
And yet, you hear people, you watch like NFL Good Morning, and it's like, did I miss something? I honestly, I don't quite get why people are putting the Rams on the pedestal that they are.
Sean Waldron, Woodward should expand to other markets, apparently. I never watch other teams' radio shows, especially in the offseason. Shout out Woodward.
Shout
and
out.
Washington Commanders are going 6-11 this year. That would make me laugh. It
That's
would.
aggressive.
Next down.
Next down, final question of the Lions schedule nickel package is Christmas Day cool with you?
No.
I don't like it.
It's one extra ringing of the cash rag to me. It is. And if you wanted to do one game, fine. But, like, fine. Like, I don't like it, but I get it. Well, you start riding up multiple games, like, again, if it's Christmas, man, and I'm not even talking about, like, the religion angle or anything like that. I'm just saying, like,
family angle.
It's the family angle of it all. Like, as we work more than we've ever worked, as our employers demand more from us than they've ever demanded, and scheduling and obligations and youth sports and all of it, I've come to like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day because all that shuts off for 48 hours. It shuts off, and I've come to love it.
Except
real.
the Hawaii Bowl. You have the Hawaii Bowl on during the Christmas Eve party.
100%. But even that, like, and no one in America, mainland or on the island, loves the Hawaii Bowl more than I do. But even that is on passively.
It's just in the background.
It's on the TV.
Yep.
I wait for commercials so I can see that shot of the beach when they come back from commercial, and I'm like, wow, it's 10 below zero here. I love that. But again, Sean, it's just, do you have to take every dollar? Like, every dollar? Do you have to take do you have to have, like, $200,000 bills, like, stuffed in your shirt, and there's one more on the ground, and then you got to, like, go down and pick that one up, and then you drop two more over there, so you go back. Like, do you need every dollar, Sean?
I think, you know what's interesting, Neil? It depends on what your family, quote-unquote, tradition is. I'm okay with 4:30. I would have a problem if it was 1 or 1:30.
But there is a 1 o'clock game.
I know, but
like,
you know, that's on in the background, almost like the Hawaii Bowl.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think I would be pissed because I think I speak for a lot of people out there. There's no on in the background shit with the Lions. Like, I've already mandated in my family, our tradition, I don't know how it started, but legitimately for 22 years, we have a blowout at my house Christmas Eve. It's just a blowout, right? And as you were saying, one TV has It's a Wonderful Life. One TV has all the Rankin Bass shit, you know, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all that. And the other TV has the Hawaii Bowl. On Christmas Day, it's usually the meal is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, okay? And I said, guess what? We're doing Christmas Eve and Christmas.
What do you eat on Christmas, Sean? I bet it's great.
What's that?
What do you eat on Christmas? Like, what's your Christmas meat?
I usually do a prime rib that day.
Oh, of course.
Like the day before is, you know, I got the Cajun turkey.
Oh.
I've got, you know, I do a bunch of different sausages.
Your turkey's probably
I'll
moist.
do a tenderloin. But Christmas Day is I'm lazy. I'm just putting a damn prime rib on the smoker, and 3 hours later I'm going to have deliciousness, okay? So, Neil, for me, again, for my family, I don't know what your tradition is. I don't know what anybody else's
we have
tradition
multiple
out there.
stops.
Okay, 2 o'clock in the afternoon is dinner, and by 4:30 you're usually done. And that's what Christmas is. We're going to have it at my house this year, so we're going to get both of them. I'm going to say you're more than welcome to stay over and watch the Lions game. Shut your gosh damn mouth. If you're going to be here, shut up, okay? And if you talk too much, I will kick you out of my house. I have no problem doing it. So, Neil, because of the time, I'm okay with it. I am. If you throw a 1 o'clock game at me, I'd be pissed. I would. I'd
That'll
be
be
pissed.
next year.
Yeah.
That'll be next
Yep.
year. And look, I'll give the NFL credit for this. They went in guns blazing because the Chiefs, they are doing the college football play. We are taking our brands, our signature brands, and beating you over the head with
They're not being respectful to anybody anymore.
No.
The World Series, college football, it is the NFL's world, and we're just living in it.
I liked when there was some civility amongst everybody before. What has happened to
See,
us?
the NFL doesn't have to be civil. Though.
No, they
You know
don't.
it.
But they were, though, and that's why I appreciated them.
They were. But you know what? You still appreciate them, don't you?
Unlimited power.
Listen, Neil, you know
I'm
at
respectful.
4:30 you're going to have to tell the kids, you got to leave the room.
Well,
by-
wait till
Dad's pants are around his
9:15 a.m. when I'm like, hey guys, get this present thing going. I got to get to the studio with Sean Belisian.
They're literally the
That's
evil
right.
empire.
You know, I didn't even think about that. It's
9:15 a.m.
We're going to be here. Let's go.
Guys, get up. Come on. Pressure cooker.
I love it.
Do we have one more?
No, that was it.
Oh, that was it. BD Thought Criminal in the super chat. Take this silly channel to Rumble.
You're silly.